This episode of the Boss Rush Podcast is brought to you by, well, you. If you want to learn how to support the Boss Rush family of podcasts, head to bossrush.net or our Patreon at patreon.com/bossrushmedia. Thanks for helping us build something better. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this Boss Rush Podcast Extra, your extra dose of the Boss Rush Podcast, your Patreon exclusive episode. I am your host, Corey Dirrig, and alongside me, as always, is the PC muscle race himself, LeRon Dawkins.
It was poppin'.
Hi, LeRon.
Hey, Corey.
I missed you.
I missed you too, man.
Even though we just recorded for 2 hours.
I know. Back at it again, though.
I know.
Look at us.
I know. Look at us.
Would have thought.
Who would have thought? Also joining us is the mad pharmacist herself, Stephanie Klimov.
Hello, I'm a terrible human being.
That's fine. We all are.
You're not going to ask
We're all
why?
going. I mean, do you want to
Okay.
tell us why? What happened? What'd you do? What'd you do,
Oh, it's
Stephanie?
okay. Just a real quick am I the asshole question. So I came back from vacation to the Russian cat pissed all over my house again, and this is not the first time she's done it, and I've done everything I could. I took her to the vet. She doesn't have a physical problem, but this time was the straw that broke the camel's back, because she pissed in 2 new places 2 times each. So I finally locked her in the basement. There is food, there is water, there is light, there's a litter box, but I just need to section her off.
I for a second there, I was like, she put the cat to sleep. Oh my god! I was
No.
what the? Woo!
My mom wanted me to do that, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. She's a perfectly. Yeah.
What?
I thought Corey was gonna say something. So like, am I the asshole for? Because people are like, how could you put her in the basement? I'm like, she's pissing all over my actual living floor, the primary floor, because I live in a ranch style house. My whole house is gonna smell like cat pee. Like I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not depriving her of like her necessities. I'm gonna buy her a nice comfy bed for down there. It's just like I can't anymore.
That's fair.
Okay.
Cats are they're cats.
I know. I
Yeah.
feel bad because she was like meowing all night because I think she knows. But anyway, hello.
Hello. I was gonna maybe put this on an after dark at some point, but we had to put our cat to sleep. So
Yeah.
she's no longer under the desk. Although I hear her all the time. At least I think I do. But I think it must just be the
what?
house falling
That's
apart.
wild.
Like,
Uh-oh.
like walking around or like scratching something or
She's haunting you.
I know. Scared.
She's like, you never treated me right.
Yeah. It's fine though. It's all good. I kinda, as much as I didn't like that cat, I miss the cat.
Isn't that always the way?
Yeah, I know. It's fine. But we're not here to talk about dying cats. Okay, we're here to talk about our Metacritic Draft
Or
update.
dying Metacritic Draft.
Yeah. We're halfway through the year. We're it's time to add games, but it's also time to update everybody on how we've
Dang,
been doing.
LeRon, is that really your score?
Yeah.
Man, all right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get ahead.
It's fine. It's okay. It's all good.
Stephanie, though, congrats though. You have the highest scoring game though.
It's true.
Wait, I'm sorry. Corey has the highest scoring game.
I was gonna say no, I don't.
I thought I could have sworn like I had it flipped because I was like the Zelda fan, the biggest Zelda fan, did not call the Zelda game
Because Corey went ahead of me this time.
Oh,
that's why.
Yeah,
well,
sorry.
If we want to go by the house rules, and that means Corey gets to go first since he's got the lowest score so far.
Yeah,
I think that's how it was because he lost. He got 3rd place last time, right?
I did. I got 3rd place last year,
and you won last year.
I'm so good at this game. I'm the best. I'm the best gamer.
All right. Well, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and recap.
All right. So, LeRon, you want to go over your scores first since you're in first place?
Okay. Yeah. So let's see. So far for the draft, I have Final Fantasy 16 on there, Hogwarts Legacy, Advance Wars. Thank God it finally came out. Thank God. The Dead Space remake, Resident Evil 4 remake, Street Fighter 6, which I gotta say is doing very damn good. You know, I'm
Yeah.
shocked. I'm shocked because honestly, I threw it out there and I was kind of afraid. You know,
Yeah, shouldn't you be
uh,
saying the scores for them?
oh,
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna list them off first, and now I was gonna put the scores behind them.
Right, sorry.
The Wolong Fallen Dynasty, uh, Company Heroes 3, and then the claim to shame on my list is Redfall, and we'll talk about that score in a moment. And then Dune Spice Wars, which is yet to release. All right, so my top scoring game right now is Resident Evil 4 with a 93 on Metacritic.
Nice.
Yay.
Nice.
I actually have it loaded up on my ROG Ally. In second place is Street Fighter 6 with a 92. In third place, which I'm kind of pissed about, is the Dead Space remake. It actually lost it's 90+% score and is now 89 in Metacritic. Final Fantasy 16 and Hogwarts Legacy are both 88s. Then we have Company of Heroes at 81 and Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp at 82. Wolong Fallen Dynasty scored an 80, which is good. As a matter of fact, didn't we say when we started saying this, like, we want our games to be higher than 70?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's good. Then I have one stinker. It's Redfall. It's 56. It's
But
56.
no zeros this time. No games that you picked that got delayed to next year.
Nope.
That is true. Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah.
No, but very
Sorry.
solid picks overall. Like all of them are legit over 80 or over, except for the
Yeah,
one. That's
except for
fantastic.
Redfall. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm shocked Final Fantasy didn't score higher, to be honest.
I was expecting Final Fantasy to be like a 90. I was going to say a 93, 94. I was expecting it.
I was expecting like 91, 92-ish.
Do you think it's all those people that were pissed it wasn't like turn based and all
Probably.
that stuff that probably review
Which
not yeah.
I don't understand those fucking people because like those are the same people who be like, this game is fucking boring.
Have they never played Final Fantasy before? Like the battle
They
system
haven't played
changes in every single game. Like
They haven't played a modern Final Fantasy since I dare say 10.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, I mean, nobody cared when 15 went to an action game, and nobody cared about Final Fantasy 7 when it was more actiony, right? I mean, I don't know.
I feel like people still live in. I feel people still live in that glory day of Final Fantasy 9, which me personally, I wasn't fond of Final Fantasy 9.
I like 9, but I also like 8. So I'm one of those weirdos.
Ooh, king of hot takes here, buddy.
Also, but to be fair, I haven't played 8 since I bought 8. So yeah, my opinion probably could change, but I'm not going to restart it because I like my memory of 8 and I don't want to tarnish it in any way, shape, or form. So
I may finally because that's a game that I just have a very bad relationship with.
well, it's the junction system, it's the draw system. The game scales with you, so the game actually gets harder if you level up, and it's just like it's a very weird.
No,
game.
I don't think I ever explained to you guys about my problem, my thing with Final Fantasy VIII. Besides the fact that Final Fantasy VIII, I don't know, it seemed like a really wishy-washy story for the most part because, it was like teenage drama,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
but,
totally was.
But ultimately, I got hit by that game killing bug that basically it fried your memory card.
Whoa.
Yeah, it fried your memory card. So it was one of those, and it was. I can't remember the magazines that were circulating, but every magazine talked about it to the, I had a really stacked memory card. It was I lost so much data, I'm not because it's when you switch discs, when you go from every time you go from one disc to the next, and that was a 4-disc game. Every time you go from one disc to the next, it makes you save before you put the next disc in. Disc 2 is notorious. The second disc, moving from disc 2 to 3, that's where you wind up with the bug. If you're one of the unfortunate ones, and it happened to me not once but twice. Yeah, twice because because I specifically bought. I was like, okay, maybe it's just my memory card is old because like at the time it was the very first memory card I had for my PS1. I was like, maybe it was the memory card. So I bought 2 new memory cards, and I only had one memory card dedicated to playing Final Fantasy VIII. So I played disc 1 and 2 all over again, and then the bug happened again, and I was like, okay, like I'm fucking done.
Yeah. I didn't run into that problem. I think if you played on PS2, it like didn't really happen to you.
Yeah, probably.
Which was another weird kind of thing. PS1 games played better on PS2, which doesn't, now that we understand technology, doesn't seem like a huge stretch.
It does,
but, you know?
Yeah. It also shouldn't make any sense, you know.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, but ultimately, actually no. I'll save the totals for after everybody's read all their games. Like, yeah, let's save the totals.
Yeah. Stephanie, you want to read through your games?
Ugh. All right. Yeah. So this was my this was my experimental year, despite my winnings.
Experimental year.
Because my first selection was Starfield, which is it will release soon. Then Sea of Stars, Horizon Call of the Mountain VR, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Coffee Talk 2, Dead Island 2, Wild Hearts, Aliens Dark Descent, Oxenfree 2, and Wolf Among Us 2. Which I'll point out right now, the big fat 0 I got was Wolf Among Us 2 because it got delayed again.
Wait, did it get pushed back to next year?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It did. I was not happy about that. I've picked really mediocre games, to be honest with you. So Sea of Stars also didn't come out yet. And Oxenfree 2 is due to come out, I think, like within a week and a half. So Horizon Call the Mountain VR got a 79. That's okay. Star Wars Jedi Survivor was my best scoring game. It was only an 84. That's my best score. Coffee Talk 2 was an 82. Dead Island 2 was 75. Wild Hearts was 79. Aliens Dark Descent was 78. I don't know what I was thinking by going like, yeah, let's give Wild Hearts a chance. But
you know, Wild Hearts scored better on Metacritic than I thought it would.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because you guys know me. Like, I'm kind of hard on Monster Hunter clones.
Yeah. So I did mediocre. So.
Well, you did better than me. I don't even want to read mine because it's terrible.
Oh, come
on. So my games were The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Forspoken, Diablo 4, Fire Emblem Engage, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which got pushed to next year, Forza Motorsport, Destiny 2 Lightfall, which did not great.
You did mediocre. I don't understand, because that was the one everybody was like salivating over.
Yeah, well, the campaign was not great, and the seasonal content is way better than the expansion itself. So, you know, whatever, it's fine. It gave us a new location, gave us new ability. But my thing is they better pull out all the stops for Final Shape. But also, I have Like a Dragon Ishin, which is that the same as the man who cleared his name? Is that the same game? It's not.
No.
I don't know any of these names.
They're the man who cleared his name.
Whatever. I don't know. Which I don't think is coming out this year either. Goodbye Volcano High and Hollow Knight Silksong, which also doesn't seem like it's coming out this year.
I know. We still heard nothing. It's like the game that so many people are talking. Every time there's some sort of director, especially if it's known to have indie game announcements, everyone in the chat blows up with Silksong.
Yeah. I don't understand the love for Hollow Knight, but that's just me.
Don't say that. Now we'll get like a really low rating on this podcast.
I actually played Hollow Knight for like 3 hours, and I didn't understand it, I guess. I mean, I thought it was fine for what it was. I didn't
like what all the hype is.
Yeah. But again, doesn't mean I said it was bad, everybody. It just means it's not for me. So gotta evade that bad review.
Holy moly! Sorry, well, not really a side tangent because LeRon, you picked Final Fantasy 16. There is a pre-order available for Final Fantasy 16 original soundtrack. It has 8 freaking discs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, Square doesn't fuck around. Like a Final Fantasy 7 remake. The first like that one. Like that's. I think it's 8 discs also.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. Okay.
So yeah, my score is low, and I assume that I am not going to win this year, but that's fine. Give it the old college try, you know. Considering like 4 of my games aren't coming out this year. Oh man. So LeRon, you are clearly winning by a lot.
All that shit could change though.
Yeah. So you want to run through your scores, or I don't know, how do we want to do this? You just want to give your total score?
Yeah. Well, I've got a total score of 749.
Gross.
Ooh.
So if we average that out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I'm at about 7.5.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you still have one game on here that hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could divide that by 9 and be more like a 77 or 78. You could be in like the mid 80s if you didn't have Redfall on there.
If I divided by the 9 and not by the 10, it's 83.2.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice Metacritic score.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people who are putting games out would love that score.
49 divided by 10 would be at 74.9. Yeah.
Stephanie, where's your score? Where's your score at?
I'm at 477, which doesn't seem, well, it pales in comparison to LeRon's, but if you wanted me to do the average, thanks to my big fat juicy 0, my average is a 68.
Still passing.
Yeah.
So I have a big fat juicy 0 in Final Fantasy, and I have Forspoken at 65. So my score right now is at 399, and my let's see what my Metacritic average is.
5, 6 divided by 6. You're at 66.5.
Yeah. So, yep.
Yeah,
Great.
we divided by the 6 that actually place scores. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's fun.
All right, so here's a question because I know we're about to throw some new games into the draft. All right, so in the spirit of competition and fairness, like games that are either not released, games that are not released. Can we re-roll them? Can we re-roll that pick, or we just keep it on the list?
What do you mean re-roll it? Like
Starfield?
Like throw them back into the thing?
Yeah, like for example, okay, well, your Final Fantasy Rebirth, we know it got delayed until 2024.
Yeah,
and technically you put a 0 for it. So like we can, do you want to throw that back in there and replace it with another title, or do you? Okay,
no.
All
I
right.
think that loses the spirit of the game.
Okay, all right. Good enough.
I will accept a loss to keep the integrity of the Boss Rush Metacritic Draft alive.
I can see Corey is basically on the game, so no whammy.
Stop.
All right, so we need to decide how many games that we're adding. I'm prepared to add up to 5 more games.
I've got 5.
But so like 15 games total. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Stephanie, how many did you have like in your list?
Like my personal list?
Well, I mean, how many did you already have ready for tonight?
Oh, I have a decent amount. It's just like, okay, this will be challenging, but no, let's do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. So who's going first? I mean,
you're the one with the lowest score, so I mean, like to keep it fair, like you can go first if Stephanie's okay with that.
Yep, I'm good.
All right. Well, my game is going to be Super Mario Wonder. I'm picking that. That's about the closest thing to a guaranteed high score
that's going to be a 90. That's going to be a 90+ game unless Nintendo's this one.
I mean, 2D Mario games actually don't score in the 90s usually. I mean, the new Super Mario Brothers games, I think the only one that scored above a 90 was that first one. So I don't know. Although the Wii one is incredible also, but I think people just hated it because it was on the Wii U. So
All right,
you all
so
suck.
all right, so you're picking this because like it's a fresh new hotness as far as 2D Mario games go.
Yeah, I'm picking it because I love 2D Mario games. I think it, the thing is, like, 3D platforms are really difficult for me to like. The spatial awareness in a 3D platforming game is really difficult for me for some reason, and I like, unless it's like Banjo-Kazooie, which even that game is like really hard to go back to for me. Like, it's just I don't know. I can't do it. So 2D Marios are where it's at. I really like Mario 3D World also, but that's kind of like a I don't know. It's like that perfect mix of both. And even in that game, I have a hard time when you have to run towards something. Like, it's just like, I don't know. The 3D parts of Mario 3D World are really hard for me to gauge too. So 2D Mario is where it's at. I love it. I love the art style. Also, by the way, I love the weird things they're doing with this game. I love the emotions that the characters have also in their animations. So that's why I'm picking Super Mario Brothers Wonder for the Nintendo Switch, out in October.
All right.
So I guess that means Stephanie is next.
Yeah.
I gotta pick between.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
Yes, got my first pick.
All right, I'm trying to pick between two because I feel like the other one gets snagged up by the next time I'm back. But
So please don't divulge whichever one you
yeah,
pick.
I'm gonna pick Spider-Man 2.
Ooh,
Fuck.
I forgot that game's coming out.
Fuck.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2. I mean, what else can be said about Spider-Man 2? I mean,
Fuck.
yeah, see, LeRon just said it all.
I know.
The first Spider-Man knocked it out of the park back in PS4. There's a lot of hype around the sequel here, like a lot of hype. And from what I've seen so far, I feel like it will execute. It will do well.
All right, I got a power move right now. I got to Super Mario RPG. I have to power move this one because I have another game that I want. Stephanie called Spider-Man, so I was automatically on Audible for my next one, but I could not take a chance on someone snapping up Mario RPG. Like, I love Super Mario RPG. What was it? Legend of Seven Stars? No, that was the original name. Legend of the Seven Stars. I could have sworn it was okay. Yeah, I love that game, and like, man, like that was the one. That was the one title during the direct that I was doing backflips over. So I was like, hell yes, let's do this. Yeah, so I can't wait. What was the date for this game?
November 17th, I think.
Okay. Watch it get fucking delayed.
Nah, Nintendo usually won't announce something unless they're sure.
Nintendo,
Obviously, Tears of the Kingdom.
I feel like Nintendo's going. My thing is, I feel like Nintendo's going to pad the releases as much as possible while they get ready to roll out the new console.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Is it my turn again? It's my turn?
Yep, it's you.
All right. I got another banger. Are you ready? You ready for this, LeRon? I bet this is on your list, and I think you're going to hate me for it. And I have, to be fair, I have zero interest in playing this game, but I know how much people are looking forward to this game.
Oh my god!
And how much people are like crying for this game, and how it's not coming to Xbox.
Oh, now I'm curious. What is this?
What is it? I know what it is.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay, I'm safe. It was on my alternates list just in case like one of my other games got called.
I think this game is going to be massive, and I think this game is going to review super well because people want this game to be good. You know,
I hear you. I hear you.
I really don't know anything about the game or the series. Really, like I played Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance on the GameCube, and that was
Neverwinter's part of Baldur's Gate, right?
Yeah, I've never played Neverwinter, so
yeah. I'm not really a big fantasy person, which is funny because like I'm going to play the fuck out of some Harry Potter. Like, as a matter of fact, I've got access to my roommate's Steam list, so like I can play it at any time on the ROG Ally.
Nice.
Is it ROG or ROG?
ROG, but you know, like just like how people tomato like Asus and Asus. I
Mhm.
say Asus, but a lot of people out there say Asus and
Mhm.
Asus, the company, are being cheeky. They never tell us how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Like no, people added them and then say, "Hey, how do you pronounce this?" And they're like, "Oh, pronounce it
Yeah.
however you want to pronounce it."
Xbox in their video when they did their reveal of the ROG Ally, they called it the Asus ROG Ally, is what Major Nelson and
Yeah,
Jeff Rubenstein said. So
yeah.
I'm gonna go with them because they're kind of promoting it as their handheld.
It's just easier to do than like Asus ROG Ally, all those
Yeah.
No,
syllables.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, gross.
Yeah,
You could just call it the Ally also
I
at some
call it the
point.
Ally for short sometimes.
Yeah.
Still sounds better than a steaming deck.
Yeah, but I think they want you just to call it the deck. I
I
hear a
think
lot
they
of people
do. I think they do.
I hear a lot of people call it deck, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. We don't say. Well, I guess we do. I guess we do say the Xbox or Nintendo Switch. I mean, we just call it the Switch, right? I mean,
Yeah, you call it the Switch and you call it the Series X.
yeah. Well, I just say Xbox, but
And every new version of the PlayStation is called PlayStation.
number.
Very original.
All right,
Stephanie,
Stephanie.
what's
I'm
your next?
surprised. I mean, I don't know if I should be surprised. I don't know, but Pikmin 4.
Yeah. Why didn't
Oh,
you pick that? Why didn't you pick that, Corey?
Because Pikmin usually doesn't review well.
Oh,
Well, it
you're
doesn't
being
review
safe.
in the numbers that I need to win.
got it.
You're being safe. Oh, that means Corey's going for that high shit. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right. So Stephanie, are you picking this to scoop Corey, or did you have a real reason for Pikmin 4?
I don't know. I mean, see, Corey, I guess, has the insider notice of how Pikmin generally reviews. But given what I hear, how Pikmin 4 is changing things up a little bit, and it's the primary summer game, and they released 1 and 2 port. I feel like Pikmin might get a kind of a refresh, um, like vigor in the
Mhm.
franchise. So I do think it's gonna. I mean, it won't be no Tears of the Kingdom scoring, but I do think it'll be okay, and that's why I feel like I'm willing to root for Pikmin 4 here.
Yeah, I bet it scores in the mid 80s. That would be my prediction.
Okay.
It might get that Nintendo bump. It might make it to the high 80s or even 90. But
Well, compared to all the other Nintendo games for the rest of the year, I mean, it's not Mario RPG, it's not Mario Wonder. I think this is
mhm.
kind of
It's the third best thing.
it's the third best thing. Okay.
Let's see. It's July 5th right now. Watch next month. Nintendo like rolls out fucking Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD,
Not this year.
and really screw up our fucking
I look.
well, at
It,
least my expectations of the draft.
I mean, maybe we can revisit it after Gamescom because I know there's going to be some announcements at Gamescom, but
From Nintendo or just in general?
just in general.
In general,
Yeah. LeRon, what's your next game?
Armored Core 6: Fires of Rubicon.
Yeah, a lot of people are looking forward to that. Thank you for not picking my next game, by the way. I'm so happy that you didn't pick this next game.
I'm hoping it's not on my list though.
I bet it is.
I don't have anything to really talk about Armored Core 6. I was an Armored Core fan back in the day, and then I fell off somewhere around Armored Core 4. And just never got back. It just never got back into it. But Armored Core 6, that trailer looked fucking sick as fuck, and like the 15 seconds of gameplay that they had in it was like, okay, take my money. Here you go.
Yeah.
All right, so there it is. Fires of Rubicon, Armored Core 6.
Nice. My next game is going to be none other than Mortal Kombat 1. I think what they're doing, early impressions, because they've done those stress tests on consoles and PC. Everybody is loving it. Everybody's loving the cameo fighter system.
Yes.
Everybody thinks like the way they're changing up the story is really good. The combos and the fatalities are they've mixed up between like the ones from 10 and 11 and then ones from Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. So there's a lot of classic fatalities and a lot of classic costs. I think a lot of people are really excited for Mortal Kombat 1. And I think, judging by Mortal Kombat X and Mortal Kombat 11, this thing's going to do really well. So
This is more thinking out loud. I wonder if it'll score as well as Street Fighter 6, though.
I need you.
what did Street Fighter 92? Yeah,
It
I
did
don't know.
really well. And so that's not me saying, oh, I
Mhm.
think it's going to do poorly. I do think Mortal Kombat 1 will score well. I just like personal curiosity, like these two big fighting game titans coming out in the same year.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat 11 scored an 82. So, I mean,
Yeah, but I feel like this one, I mean, even me, it finally like piqued my interest. Like I
Well,
have not had interest in Mortal Kombat in many, many years.
There's a lot of things going on in this one. It's a
Yeah.
complete reboot of the series.
it's
which
not.
is
It's a sequel.
Oh, it's a sequel.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a sequel of the reboot, basically.
It's a sequel to 11, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
11
it's a
was a reboot.
Yeah, no. 9 was
Oh,
the
what?
reboot.
9 was a reboot?
9 was a reboot. X was the sequel to 9, X, and 11, and 11 Aftermath, which was the DLC for 11.
Are you sure 9
Yeah.
was?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for us, for me, like
you're probably right. You're probably right because I think 8 was a reset.
Well, 8 was the Mortal Kombat versus DC. They're counting that as Mortal Kombat 8.
Oh, okay. All right.
Stephanie,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk over you. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, for me, I'm taking Mortal Kombat 1 as a reboot, even if that's not really
The case.
the case.
Yeah. I think that's what they're trying to do is like technically it's resetting the timeline, but it's resetting the timeline from the events of 11's Aftermath DLC. Because that whole campaign and that whole Aftermath DLC is about time and how they kind of utilize time to change everybody. And so, this is going to be interesting, I think, for people who really love Mortal Kombat. So that's my pick. Stephanie, what's your pick?
All right. There's 2 semi-big games coming out that like part of me wants to pick because they're a big game, but I don't know if that necessarily means that they'll score well. And
it sounded like she's either going to do WarioWare Move It or Detective Pikachu 2.
Oh goodness.
I'm teasing you.
I was going to say there were neither. Is that a surprise? I'm going to go with some indies kind of if they're in. Yeah. So let me just start here. I'm going to go on a limb and pick a game that I will never play. I'm so sick and tired of this genre, but I really feel like people that are fans of this genre are really looking forward to this, and that's Fae Farm. Like everyone in the farming sim world's like, oh my gosh, Fae Farm's the best. I'm like, sure, okay. So for that reason, I'm like, I'm gonna pick Fae Farm.
Why are you? That's not even a gimme. Why are you picking that one?
That was on my list too. My extra bonus list.
You know what? Maybe you guys know something I don't, because like farming sims, like I got out of those real fast.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not because I'm gonna like it. I'm not gonna play it. But like out of all the farming sims that's been dropping out, that's the one I hear the most fuss about it being kind of like the next standout one. So I'm gonna go there.
Well, not enough people play Disney Dreamlight Valley. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, is it back to me again?
Yeah, it's back to you, LeRon.
Y'all gonna hate me.
Am I?
Alan Wake 2.
Yeah, that was one of the ones I was considering. All right.
Yeah.
Alan Wake 2. Like this is the sequel that we've been begging for what shit, like how many console generations is it now? Like 3 console generations have gone since a Alan Wake game came out.
It came out on 360.
360,
so I guess.
PS3. No, I'm sorry, PS4 and 2. Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to date it so hard that it was like a PS1, like an Xbox One game. Xbox original Xbox game. I'm sorry.
It might as well have been. Jeez. Didn't control very well. I don't know. I think a lot of people have revisionist history about Alan Wake. Also, that game sold like less than 800,000 units, so I don't know how many people actually played it that said that they played it. That's why they didn't make a sequel originally. is because it didn't sell anything.
Well, there's American Nightmare. Like
Well,
I have
those
both.
are those are downloadable games though.
I have both Alan Wake and American Nightmare, but I got them when they came to PC. Like I didn't. And actually, American Nightmare I got for free.
Well, that's interesting to know because I just started playing Alan Wake Remastered because it's one of those games that I never played before, and the way people talk about Alan Wake 2 makes it sound like the original Alan Wake was this earth-shattering game. Whether it is or it is not, I don't know. I'm just saying.
At the time, it was. At the
Okay.
time, it was, but people just didn't want to take a chance on it because, like, I did remember playing it when it first came out on buddy's Xbox 360. And I was like, oh man, I gotta play this game, but I never owned a 360, so I never actually played the game until. Well, I still didn't play the game because I have it on PC.
Okay.
But I actually uploaded it to the Ally. So I'm telling you, man, this Ally is probably going to get me to play a lot of fucking games in my backlog.
Yeah.
Good.
So, all right. Is it my turn? It's my turn.
Yeah, it's back to you.
All right. This one's going to shock some people, but this is my risky move here. Okay, this is my risk move. I see a lot of people talking about this game like it's going to be the next Bloodborne, like it's going to be the next hit game. I think a lot of people are obsessed with the demo that's out. A lot of people have shined a light on some of the things that this game does really well. I'm going with Lies of P.
It's on my list. Yeah.
Fuck.
I think this game
making me mad, bro. You're making me mad.
I know. I think this game speaks to a lot of people who love Bloodborne, down to the one arm has a gun type weapon and the other it's like a very kinetic Souls like. The Pinocchio aesthetic is really kind of creepy. I think this game's gonna be a massive hit. I really do. Day one Game Pass, by the way.
I can't keep going back to my fucking drawing board here. Stop picking my games.
Well, start picking better games. I say this to the person who's winning by like 300 points.
Someone stole Spider-Man. Someone stole Mortal Kombat. Someone stole. Well, someone stole Fae Farm.
Well, LeRon, I'm sorry. Okay.
Damn.
Well, I'm about to steal another one of yours, LeRon.
Oh, you think?
Yes.
Clearly, what you got?
What you got? You all over it. Cocoon.
Oh, that game looks cool.
It does.
He looks so shocked. No, but I'm speaking genuinely. This game looks fantastic. I think it's going to be a sleeper hit. It's published by Annapurna, first of all, and it also has a good pedigree. I guess it's was it Jip Carlson, the lead gameplay designer of Limbo and Inside. Speaking of Limbo, and it's pretty interesting. You like start off in like one world, and then you go like I don't even know how to explain how it works. It's like a world inside of a world inside of a world inside of a world. So I do feel like this is going to review well, just given again it's Annapurna, it's got people from Limbo, and it's got a unique take on puzzle gaming. So
another day one Game Pass game too.
That's my pick.
Which is exciting.
Sorry, LeRon.
Y'all are hurting me. Y'all are legit hurting me. So you know what? All right. So just like Rogue in the fucking X-Men movies, like gloves are coming off on this one. Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. As long as it does not get another delay, this game has a really solid chance. Like, I mean, the Stalker games have the Stalker series, like it's up there with like Metro Exodus as far as like excitement and hype. And the games themselves always come out really nice and polished. So I do not see this game suffering in Metacritic. It might not hit the 90s, but then again, it could hit the 90s, because of the anticipation and the time that the studio has to put into it because of all the delays thus far, thanks to the war in Ukraine and stuff like that. There's a good chance this game is getting like the spit shine treatment, from the developers and stuff like that. And I can't wait to see like how this game scores. Like, I don't particularly play these types of games, but it's always nice to see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, was it you that picked that game last year too, or was it
I did.
Corey? Corey, yeah.
Uh,
Fingers crossed that it doesn't get that second delay, but we are in
Yeah.
July now, and I don't think.
Yeah, and they've had to move a couple times, their whole studio a couple times because of the war. So
Yeah. Where they came out and said that they're trying their best to shoot for the second half of this year. So
Okay.
yeah,
and that was direct from them. That wasn't speculation from like the industry.
yeah, that was in February also. So
Oh, I thought it was a little bit. I thought it was
maybe it was later.
a little later. Okay, yeah. Wow. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Well,
We all got
shit.
one more.
Yep,
Got
we
one
only got one
more.
more. All right.
Fuck.
Well,
Stop taking my games.
I have 3 games left on my list here, and I don't know which one to pick because my heart wants me to pick 2, one of the 2, but I feel like the third game is going to be the one that everybody jumps on because it's getting a lot of hype as well.
Mm-hmm.
So since we all only have 1 game left, I guess I don't mind saying the 3 games I have listed here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really struggling. So my heart wants to pick Assassin's Creed Mirage because going back to the roots,
that was on my list.
it's it looks great. I think a lot of people are just tired of Assassin's Creed and it's going to get a lower score because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Although a smaller experience could change people's minds.
Mm-hmm.
My second one is Disney Illusion Island.
Oh, come on.
That was on my list.
It
Oh,
was
is it?
Yeah.
The only reason why I said that is because Game Informer gave a glowing preview of this game, saying that it is a masterful platformer that brings out the spirit of Disney mixed with the platforming of Rayman Legends and Super Mario Brothers. And I'm like, okay, that sounds awesome. And the third game, which I think is the one that's going to do the best out of these 3, is Remnant 2. That I think that first game has a pretty decent following. It did okay in terms of Metacritic at launch, but they did so many things to update it and keep it going and keep the community going that I think people who are looking for that Souls-like experience to play with friends, but in a more kind of a different way to play a Souls game, are looking at Remnant 2 like this is it.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, I don't know what to pick here. I think I don't know.
I think you should go with your heart/gut. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is too is like Remnant is also the riskiest pick I think here because it could go either way. It could either be in the 60s or it could be in the 90s. You know, like I think that's kind of where that falls. Also, yeah, I don't know. So, man, okay, so I'm actually gonna play it safe on this. I think Assassin's Creed Mirage I'm gonna pick Assassin's Creed Mirage. I think that's the safest pick. I think it's gonna probably score in the mid 80s, to be honest with you. But I've already picked 3 pretty much guaranteed bangers. I think Lies of P is my risky pick. And so I need to pick a safe pick here. And I'm gonna pick Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Makes sense.
Nice. Good solid pick, Corey.
Yeah.
When's that expected to come out again?
I think it's coming out in September, October.
Okay.
September or October.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
So that's a really good safety.
Yeah. Because those games are never really bad, right? I think the last quote unquote bad one was Unity.
Unity was trash.
Well, the thing is on newer consoles and updated PCs, that game runs like a gem, and people love it now. So that's like the bar that Digital Foundry tests all these consoles at now is Assassin's Creed Unity.
Really?
Oh,
which is crazy. Yeah, you should watch their 17-minute breakdown video of Assassin's Creed Unity on Series X and PlayStation 5 and PC and how they compare to each other. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my pick. Assassin's Creed Mirage. I want to know when it's coming out. It is coming out October 12th is when it's coming out.
Okay.
So 2 big games, and well, 3 really. Sonic Superstars also comes out that month.
Oh, Sonic Superstars.
Stephanie, what's your last game?
I'm also kind of juggling between a few, and that one you just mentioned, Sonic Superstars, was one of them.
Yeah, I hope that game's good. I think
I
that
feel like that's a risky pick. Like, I do think it's going to be good. I just don't know if it'll score well.
yeah, my thing is too is like if it was the Sonic Mania team working on it, I would be like, yes, you should pick that game 100%. But it's it's the Balan Wonderworld team working on it.
Right?
So it's like, oh my gosh.
So the other ones I had were, again, I was more lean towards the indie space. So I did have Disney Illusion Island. I have Venba, Fort Solace, and Blasphemous 2. Fort Solace is like, it's got potential because not that voice acting has anything to do with how it's scored, but it's got like Troy Baker and I forgot his name, Arthur Morgan, whoever voices that guy. It's supposed to be this thriller sci-fi game, but I don't know. I might just go super, super indie and just put a lot of faith into Venba because it is such a. I played the demo for it from the Wholesome games, and it's just really fun. So I feel like the people that will play it will enjoy it. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Venba.
Nice. I just looked up Fort Sauce. That game is not a Corey game. I'm just gonna throw that out there. LeRon, what's your final pick?
Okay, so I've got 3 games here. I've got one that is probably going to be the top pick, the one I close this one off with. But I've got my eye on Persona 5 Tactica. I've got my eye on that one because you guys know me. I'm like a fucking whore for like tactics based like tactical RPGs and stuff like that. And because it's in that quirky ass universe of Persona, I'm like, man, bring it on.
It's going to get a massive bump too because it's Persona,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then there's also Flashback 2, which I feel like that's the random one out there, in my opinion. I feel like that was the random one. But I loved Flashback from way back in the day when it was like, I don't know what what you could call that game back. Corey, do you remember the original Flashback? Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, like it's like it was like a really bad cartoon game, basically.
Yeah, there's actually a really cool flashback
they remade it.
There's a indie game that kind of calls back to flashback a little bit called Lunark that I played a little bit before we talked to Way Forward. It's pretty interesting actually. I really like the art, but it's totally reminds me of Flashback.
Oh, okay.
So it's relatively cheap too. I think it's $10 or $15, not on sale, and it's always on sale. So,
all right, and then but I think the one I'm really gonna go with, the one I think really is gonna make the most impact, is gonna be The Expanse, a Telltale series.
Man.
And that actually scratches the indie itch there.
Yeah, I'm hearing good things about that game, but also you have to be really well versed in the show
and in both the show and the books that spawned it.
Yeah. So I would like to play that. It looks cool, but I where is The Expanse streaming? Is it streaming anywhere? It's streaming somewhere, right?
Amazon.
Okay.
Amazon.
Great. A subscription I subscribe to.
Oh, so actually, Corey, you know what? That's a cool thing because like we still need to do the Halo thing, and we might as well do the Amazon thing. The Expanse thing because I need to finish watching the Expanse. I saw the entire first season and have not gotten back on it.
Yeah. Maybe that's something we can do on like a Monday night or something. We'll have to
We'll have to figure it out.
We'll have to map it out.
We'll have to figure it out. We need our bro time. I think that's the problem. We just haven't had enough bro time, so we're starting to misunderstand each other.
Okay, I see how it is.
We're gonna make Matt's ears are burning. He's like, man, they're making plans, and I'm over here with this baby.
I mean, Stephanie, you can watch it with us. You can hang out with us.
It's okay. I'm not a bro.
You're kind of a bro.
Oh, come on!
I'm a bro in spirit.
Oh, come on! Like, you watch Halo with us. You see some nice man ass in Halo.
I mean, that's true. Master Cheeks.
Oh.
Yeah, that show is so. Oh, the opening of that show is so violent. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Man.
It's so violent. Oh.
All right, so my recap for tonight is Super Mario RPG: Legend of the Seven Stars, Armored Core 6: Fires of Rubicon, Alan Wake 2, Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl, and The Expanse, a Telltale series.
Nice.
May the luck be with me.
Good luck, LeRon. Hopefully these games come out.
Yes.
This
Yes.
is opposed to half of my list, which is not coming out. Stephanie, what do you want to recap real quick?
Recap, I've got Spider-Man 2, Pikmin 4, Cocoon, Venba, and the winner of them all, Fae Farm.
Fae Farm, everybody. Man,
You
I didn't pick.
watch.
I think Fae Farm was on my list.
What?
Did you miss that part? I said it was
No, I'm still expressing my shock.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
I saw it in the direct. What was it? The director. One of these things that happened over the last couple weeks. I don't know. Can't keep it all together. And I was like, "Yep, people are gonna love it." Also, Fae Farm sounds like a game that people will buy. So, but my recap here is Super Mario Brothers Wonder, Baldur's Gate 3, Mortal Kombat 1, Lies of P, and Assassin's Creed Mirage. So
Excellent.
Man, those are all games, like, except for Baldur's Gate 3, like, those are all games I want to play. So, very excited. Very, very excited. I'm very excited for Cocoon also.
Mm-hmm. And this is just a reminder, not that I think last year was a pretty decent year in gaming too, but this year is one hell of a banging year.
Yeah,
this
this year is a banger. So, I just noticed something. Nobody picked Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah,
Stephanie
it's
did.
on the list.
I lied.
It's on the list.
I lied. Stephanie did. I was just thinking of games that came out this year. I'm like, nobody picked that, but Stephanie did. Okay, I lied, everybody.
Are there any major ones that were missed?
I don't know. I just want to say something real quick. Side tangent. Speaking of games that came out this year, Fire Emblem Engage, really disappointing.
Really? Because you were really hyped for that.
I know.
Game.
I was so excited, and it was just not what I wanted.
I mean, is it worth a play? Because I like Fire Emblem games. It had more of the old school feel, right?
Yes, it is definitely it. Here's the thing. I think I got so attached to the Three Houses characters, and then playing it again in Three Hopes, and still being attached to those characters, that Fire Emblem Engage, like a whole new set of characters with an old school Fire Emblem feel, mixed with the ring emblem system, was like, there wasn't enough characterization. It was really just, straight up, let's go into battle and fight people, and that was it. So I mean, it's not that it's a bad game, it's just I was kind of disappointed that there wasn't more interaction between the characters from what I played. So
okay,
that's just me. But we can talk about that another time, or never. It really doesn't matter. But that's it. We're done.
Actually, we're not done. I have one more Fire Emblem question. Didn't the Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem get released on NSO?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a Fire Emblem game I should play?
The one, if you're not into...
Wait. Here's the one from the Game Boy Advance, right?
Yeah.
That is a very good one.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. I think if you are super into hardcore tactics games, you should start with that one. If you are not, you should start with Fire Emblem Awakening.
Got it.
Okay, that's actually a very fair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, Fire Emblem on the Game Boy Advance is really good. The second one is from Game Boy Advance is also coming soon, which is exciting. But yeah, I mean, if you want just like a straight up tactics game, the Game Boy Advance one's a pretty decent one.
Okay, now I'm done. Thank you.
Yeah, I actually went back to that after I played Awakening. I never played Fire Emblem until Awakening, and then I went back to those.
Cool.
So, all right, we're done. I want to thank everybody for checking out this Boss Rush Extra. This is our kind of bonus show that we're kind of testing out. Not really testing out, but we're kind of going to do more of these extras in between weeks and see what happens. Metacritic Draft. We'll revisit it in a couple months, maybe after Gamescom, to see if there's any announcements there. And then maybe we'll add one or two more things if we so choose. But anyways, I want to thank everybody for watching and or listening to this Boss Rush Extra. Until next time, we love you. Goodbye.
Ta-ta.
Have a good one.
If you want to be a Patreon producer, head on over to Patreon, patreon.com/BossRushMedia, and find out which tier is right for you. Our Patreon producers at the $5 tier or higher for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dirrig, Francisco Santillan, and Rebecca Jewell. Thank you for your continued support. The Boss Rush Podcast is a product of Boss Rush Media, LLC, and is recorded from our headquarters in Akron, Ohio. This show is produced, written, and directed by me, Corey Dirrig. My co-hosts are Stephanie Klimov, LeRon Dawkins, and Edward Barnell. You can find Stephanie at Klimov_author on Twitter and Instagram, as well as on the EXPcast. You can find LeRon at Exodus803 on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube, and also on Crossroads, the video game podcast. You can find Edward at ThatRetroCode on Twitter and Instagram, as well as hosting Nintendo Palwalk. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at IamCoreyInHD, and find me hosting Tower Casuals, the Destiny podcast, and co-hosting Nintendo Palwalk. Find the Boss Rush Podcast on all social media platforms at Boss Rush Podcast. You can also follow Boss Rush Media and the Boss Rush Network on all major social media platforms. Join the Boss Rush Network Discord and Facebook groups to interact with other friends and fans. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.